You are now listening to Solo the Explorer podcast. Hello, and welcome to the Solo the Explorer podcast. I'm your host, Solo the Explorer, also known as Chadwick. On this podcast, I embody the vivacious personality of Tyra Banks, yet a little less narcissistic, sarcasm of Trevor Noah, compassionate in heart of Oprah, yet loving to brew, stir, and sip the hot tea like Wendy Williams, and the diction and duplicity of my girl, yes, I can't forget her, Tommy Lahren. Whatever. Unlike Fox, CNN, and other mainstream media outlets, my sources are reliable, verifiable, and nonpartisan. They come from Wikipedia, so you know they have to be true. Okay, but seriously, all jokes aside, I decided to create this podcast as an open discussion to many different topics. Sometimes I may be politically incorrect. At times I may want to bring somebody on here to understand their ideology or even agree to disagree, and that's okay. I mean, think about it. Wouldn't it be boring if we all agreed on the same thing? Plus some other topics that I may have guests come on here and discuss are topics that could either be problems in society today or just to bring light and attention to something, such as labels, mental health, small businesses, friendships, dating, stuff like that. Anything you want to talk about, name it. As somebody who's into voiceover and also enjoys journalism and getting the story, I came up with the idea for forming my own podcast after gaining 15 pounds and being self-isolated in quarantine, and I realized how much I miss people and interactions and getting to know and learn more about other people, cultures, and just life in general. Also, as I grew annoyed with the media not getting a true story or editing one story to fit a narrative, on here I like to hear from real people and real stories. Kind of reminds me of a church called Real Life, where real shit happens. There I go again. Prime example of not being politically incorrect. So when you listen to my podcast, you are also supporting me, but getting these stories and topics that need attention or just to be discussed. I plan to release the podcast every Monday. Think of it something to get you through your Monday because we all know how much we dread Mondays. So whether you listen to the podcast in the car, doing yard work, in the shower, on the beach, you never listen to it, you listen to it at the gym, well, wait, let me stop there. It'd be a problem if you never listened to it, but you know where I'm going with that. Anyhow, check out the Solo the Explorer podcast every Monday. And if you have any questions about how you can be a part of the podcast, contribute, or just want to write in and have some comments, good or bad, I don't mind it, feel free to follow me on Instagram at It's Chadwick, ITS Chadwick, also at Solo the Explorer. If you're unable to follow me on Instagram, feel free to also shoot me an email at solotheexpo@gmail.com. If you're interested in collaborating or just even want to talk about a certain topic, feel free to reach out to me there. Also do have other topics that I would love to discuss, or maybe we're even able to mesh two topics together. But just remember, the show is not about me. It's about the co-hosts and their stories. So, till then, I'm Solo the Explorer, also known as Chadwick. I'll catch you next Monday for the first episode. Till then, take care. Cue the music.